Thank you to both Rocket Money and HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. More on them after the reaction, people. Citizens of the Reject Nation, it is time for Monarch Episode 6 today. John, how are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to love this one, G.
That's what I like to hear. Guys, What did you think about this episode? If you're watching this video, you've already seen it. Leave your thoughts down below. How's Monarch been for you overall? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Go ahead, leave a like. That'd be very much appreciated. Also, subscribe, click that notification bell to get notified when our next reaction from Monarch is up here on the channel. Thank you to Prepper for helping us edit down these highlights. And thank you to all of you who have followed us over at our Patreon page. Over there, you get the full-length reaction watch-along. That's where you sync up with your own copy of Monarch. And also, John and I, we cover several shows over there exclusively with highlights and watch-alongs included. John, you ready to get into this?
So ready. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Ah, yes. The past.
What did I tell you? I'm gonna love this.
Ah, yes.
Oh my god, that blazer.
All these Caucasians.
Hey. Huh?
They must have banged at one point.
Awooga! They do look lovely, the both of them.
Doctor?
I'm supposed to wear this?
No. You're supposed to eat it. I thought you might be hungry, so I picked you up some along the way.
That's race. Is it racist?
Salad. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, or is he being sweet? I don't know.
I'm expected to impress men who can't remember my name and would just as soon shut us down as turn our work into weaponry. Why isn't Billy here?
Fair.
Just cooperate.
You're lucky to be here at all.
We say hello, say thank you to the people who are footing the bill, and then we can go on our merry way. Exhale. Smile.
Fall in love with me.
Yes.
Captain Lee Shaw.
When he was respected.
I pulled him out of a bar brawl. He was all busted up.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, he's alliterating like mad.
Do you remember what I told you to do to succeed in this man's army? You remember, Luke?
When we were alone in your office?
Only punch sailors and Marines from now on.
And the crowd laughed.
Oh. You got me.
Dr. Keiko Mura.
Thank you, Captain.
Mura. Japanese name, yeah?
Hey, she's one of the good ones.
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa?
And
you
so
said
is-
she's one of the good ones.
Yeah, and so is he. So is Chris Heyerdahl, of course.
One of the good ones.
It's a compliment.
You're one of the good women and one of the good Japanese people.
Guys like them, they are old-fashioned.
If we ever find another Titan, those old-fashioned men will blow it up or march it into Red Square.
Yes, that's the truth.
No, you're gonna change their minds, as old-fashioned as they may be.
How?
Because it's what you do.
You did it to me.
You are a force of nature.
You haven't seen anything yet.
You are the Titan of my heart. Everyone is looking at us.
They're all thinking the same thing. He's dancing with one of the good Japanese women.
Yes. Now do some kind of like big show-stopping swing number, get the whole room looking at you, and then you'll secure all the funding.
And maybe some karate with a samurai sword.
Yeah.
And that was the moment he decided to shun away Lee Shaw.
Oh. That's the best moment.
Oh, he was attracted to her too. I mean, this romance is nothing like Kiersey Clemons and Kentara.
Yeah, can we get back to the real beating heart of the show, please? Aww, that was so lovely.
You could be one of them.
Being career military might not be so bad. More nights like this, a life like this.
You could be controlled even more.
A house, neighbors, barbecues in the backyard,
Kids.
Kids.
Bring it back to episode 1.
kids.
Oh, they heard you. Oh, the pinkies.
Do you know what my favorite thing about children is? I'm never afraid to say I don't know. Everything, every day is an adventure and a mystery.
That's pretty know-it-all, child.
I want to know what my favorite thing about children is.
You can hit them with a belt.
Making them.
Learn them good. I think they're foreshadowing them having maybe children.
Urgent message for Captain Lee Shaw from Bill Randa.
Oh.
Maybe next little house soldier.
Oh, no.
Freaking Bill Randa. He knew what he was doing.
See, I'll just gotta approach this with a beginner's mind. They did the secret knock.
Change your plan. Colonel, d'après votre dossier, vous parlez français. Si c'est vrai, raclez-vous la gorge.
That's clever.
Montez jusqu'à 6 et penchez-vous à gauche.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
That was pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Clean.
Ooh, cleaner. My nuts.
The things I'd cut for Monarch.
Well, I got a good idea about what's going on. Didn't do enough about that when I had the chance. Figure on making up for that now.
Here, here.
They've known everything for years. I've been telling them for years.
And they keep ignoring
What?
you.
Tell me what?
Tell me why!
Tell us. We'll believe you.
Why not?
Because I'm crazy. Just like Wild Bill Randa and his crazy kid hero. How anyone who disagrees with him has got to be just crazy.
Wild Bill. Uh-oh.
What about you, mademoiselle?
Your hand is shaking.
Doubt the system.
My sister Sandra, she worked in Japan. Some of us came to Monarch saying never again. I meant it.
Oh.
And there are more who feel like me waiting for someone to show us how.
You need to blink.
You won't be crying if you just, hydrate your eyes.
Does that make me crazy?
I think you and I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. You guys got a lot to inform the audience about.
This is like that 2014 Godzilla movie, except instead of only getting fleeting glimpses of Godzilla, it's fleeting glimpses of any kind of the answer.
Sorry for interrupting your big whatever the hell it was. I don't give a shit. But I think we got a live one.
My man.
A guy thinks he saw it, but isn't sure.
And what kind of a data are we?
Sorry.
Pardon?
Doctor.
Oh.
The only other time I've seen isotopic signatures like this was in the Philippines.
Uh-oh.
Pinoy Pride.
This is a Titan.
It's not definitively not a Titan.
Okay, that's definitively not an answer. What is it?
3 most beautiful words in the English language. I don't know.
That's
Beginner's
the children's
mindset.
set.
Children, yes.
We'll divide and conquer. You stay and deal with the hardware store.
No,
and
no. I'm not letting you go on a Titan hunt alone.
Well, who can we leave behind?
Or you, both of you. Either, you know what I mean.
Sheepers.
But we need to prove Titans exist to get money for the good of Monarch. Something's got to give.
Oh boy, rocking a
Diane
hard
Keaton.
place. Yep, subs. Jack Nicholson.
It's in the middle of the Sahara.
Woo!
Woohoo! Let's go, team.
How are we even gonna get there?
Get where?
Mom? Shit.
Colonel.
Hey,
What's she doing here?
Well, Michelle's dancing on the side of the angels now.
I don't know.
We can use her help.
Something's coming.
G-Day. 2 times 100.
Ghidorah!
I think your father's trying to stop what's coming, and I got a pretty good idea how he's going to do it. Only way to know for sure is to find him.
She tried kidnapping me.
What are we talking about?
We're going to the Hollow Earth.
On Monarch's orders, but she's not taking orders from Monarch anymore because she's with us, and you can trust her.
And I'm going to say all that for her.
She's our ride. Now all we need is a destination, which is, of course, where you come in.
Get your maps, boy.
I mean, the only other incident to happen would be the Godzilla vs Kong one. Godzilla?
I guess.
Hiroshi, he runs the office with the $1 million view, right? But he sits with his back to it. Why? So he can stare at whatever was here.
Oh, good call.
Yes, like an office.
You're like Sherlock Holmes, dude. Yeah. Do-boo-doo-boo-doo-doo-doo. The mystery intensifies.
This pattern. It's familiar, right? These holes.
What? How would you... Really? Would you really put that together?
What did Hiroshi do to get exiled from Monarch? His file sealed.
He wasn't exiled. Misuse of government assets.
Government maps.
He kept retargeting deep space satellites to look at things they weren't supposed to.
Like what?
Like Earth.
Oh.
Well, what do they normally look at?
Space.
Deep space. Far away shit.
You know that. You know that.
Electromagnetic spectrum. Cosmic radiation.
Gamma rays.
Oh.
And these files become Monarch. These are all places Monarch has or ever had boots on the ground.
You got all that from the holes.
There's got to be a reason this guy has a job at Monarch. Let him cook. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. It's leading to answers, at least.
If we pull the data on where Hiroshi was redirecting the satellites, we will get a perfect match. Godzilla emerges west of Hawaii at this cluster, heads towards the mainland. Gamma ray spike, right?
Oh.
Swims west, another spike, but Hiroshi flew north to this cluster, another gamma ray spike where we found Shaw, his kids, and that new Titan.
Oh.
So they're looking for their father.
Daddy's boy.
It looks like Hiroshi recorded 3 more gamma ray surges. Here, in Central Asia, and what would that be? Vietnam, Cambodia, and here.
Uh-oh.
I can't get over the fact he saw very vague holes on that and was like, don't these holes look familiar?
Well, you know, he was like, here's a pin, and maybe this used to be a cork board. I'll give it to him, but I get you. I'm teetering on the edge.
Remarkably fast.
You know.
Oh my God, he's wearing his classic outfit.
Hey.
That eventually he'll fill out.
Yep. It's a very flexible outfit.
Oh, Miura-sensei.
Is this who I think it is?
Oh.
いやー、地元の人たちは怖がってもう郵便や伝言も届けてくれません。
I don't think it is.
女子でさえ逃げ出してしまいました。
Is it?
You never know.
ようこそ怪獣島へ。
Monster Island.
Whatever is out here generates gamma radiation at cosmic levels. So, I constructed that. A gamma radiation simulator.
Whoa.
The more signals I simulate, the more radiation whatever is out there generates in reply.
No, Surzal would be like 100 by the time.
Yeah, but maybe he's got that Lee shit that he's got. He's 90, doesn't look it.
We're in the right
place. They always look fresh off the rack.
This wasn't part of our deal. When do I get to go home?
The sunglasses.
I'll keep my word. Yeah, I'll win. As soon as we make it out of the desert.
The desert that we shot this scene in.
Good seeing you, Scotty.
I don't want anything to do with our Monarch goon.
Ex-Monarch goon.
All the apples in the Monarch barrel aren't bad, Kate.
Uh-oh.
The Colonel is starting a movement.
We're not here to start a movement, okay?
It's a trap.
All right, if this is where you want off, just understand that consequences will be on your heads now, too.
What consequences?
Thousands, maybe millions of lives lost that your grandparents and father were trying to save.
That's why he had 2 families.
Yes, in order to save more lives.
If you want to bail, we can bail. I wanted to call it a day in Alaska. Someone said nut up and pack a sun hat. The only way out is through.
Boom.
Skip past anything they have to say.
No, we had to call back to a few episodes ago when they bonded that one time.
Please, skip.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
The Dial of Destiny.
Archimedes.
Exactly what kind of fish are we talking about here, Billy?
A big one. Wish you were here, pal.
No, he loves you too.
You know, I don't recall receiving your RSVP for my family cookout, Captain.
General, I request a hot dog.
With extra ketchup, sir.
My people are in the field and they need me, sir.
No, we have men for that, Lee. Call them the Army.
Not the Army, sir, just me.
I see great things in your future, Lee. You gotta sit at the grown-ups table if you want them. It's called building a career.
Oh.
Monarch is my career, sir.
Then stop treating it like a job.
Damn.
There are generals and there are soldiers.
I understand that, sir.
You could have fooled me. Now you have a choice to make, and I trust you to make it.
The 50 scenes are so much better.
It's so much more simple, wholesome.
I'm sure this is the spot on the map. What that means exactly, only your dad can tell us. I think it's just over this ridge.
Let's go. Come on, team.
I don't know where she's just gonna blurt out, "I had a gay affair."
Yes. I feel real guilty about it. I'm sorry.
You could have just called it an affair.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, really. The emotional damage is the same.
See, there.
Who's that?
Dad? Oh my god. Oh, and he's got a modified version of the thing.
Oh man, how great would it be if he just died right before their eyes right now?
Yes. Just dropped dead of a heart attack. Oh no.
Oh, I think something's gonna come kill him right now. He's
Oh,
gonna
no.
die.
Oh,
He's
Christ.
calling something. He's saying, "Get away."
Yeah, he's waving him off.
Ooh, this is intense.
Oh.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go. Oh, wait.
This is a
Way back in the
flashback.
past.
They've gone fishing. Spooky.
Good shot.
Have you ever seen one for Saturn? A Titan?
Yes. We have.
It's the greatest day of my life.
Now he's in love with her.
Yes, everyone.
Good! 奇跡というのは恐ろしいものであるべき。
Bars.
そう思いませんか?
Not every Asian actor who's enthusiastic is Ki Hugh Kwan, John.
I'm
Shut up.
sorry. They're just all key to me.
Lee! Didn't think you were gonna make the party.
Deck him, Lee!
Yeah. I'm taking your girl.
He made
A gamma radiation simulator.
Yeah.
That actually simulates gamma
Hey,
radiation.
Zook,
and it's not just.
you know the only thing worse than being a third wheel? Being a fourth. Let's walk.
Whoa. Getting that clear in the way?
You see, like, he stopped caring about the actual mission and too much about her. She had to push him away.
Yeah. Breaks my heart. And Randa's just married to his Titans, you know?
I think he's waving us off.
What's going on?
No, no, no.
Oh. Oh no. This poor guy.
Maybe he was just dodging the awkward confrontation between his two children.
I don't want to talk about where two families go. It's a weird time in my life.
Ooh.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
First an ice kaiju, now a desert kaiju.
Yeah. One for every climate.
You weren't supposed to come.
My place is here with you. You need...
What?
Love.
Your job is to protect Monarch.
Without you, there is no Monarch.
He's found a good way to justify spending time with her.
Nice friend.
You know we can't do this.
We can try.
How long before either of us makes a decision based on what we want instead of what Monarch needs?
Pretty soon. So Bill Randa just got him, like, at one point was like, you know what? I'm going to date her.
Yeah, I guess.
We can't put the greater good before our own desires.
The greater good.
We risk losing everything.
I don't care.
I put my desires before all greater good. Oh, damn.
Boogie.
She's pregnant.
Let's go.
Yes. You do.
Oh,
Stop.
Here it come.
What?
The device.
Your love
Your
attracted the
heart.
Titan.
Where is it?
It's been swallowed.
What an interesting lens. Take it back. Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's Godzilla.
Oh, I didn't know those dorsal fins anywhere. Whoa, nice.
He's alive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hope you brought enough for everyone. Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, we didn't kill it.
Oh, she's so happy.
Thank God. Oh, here we go.
History's repeating itself.
What were you doing out there, hero? Oh. Is it gods again, or is it like rock Godzilla?
Oh, Dirtzilla.
Yeah.
So it's just like hibernating here?
Yeah, I guess so. Getting all toasty, warming its blood up. Whoa. Wow. Everyone will survive this. Oh! Oh, no!
Kentaro, my man.
Dude.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Right. Face your trauma.
Jeez.
Oh, that's scary. That is scary.
Waking up. Just rolled over in bed.
I love it. Oh, that's scary. The one they've all feared.
The king. Oh, King Titan. Yeah, what is the pilot doing right now?
Oh, shit!
Oh! No! You harm one hair on Tim's beard.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, look at that maw.
Cut the commercial.
Earpods.
And that's the last we see of Godzilla.
He saw me.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, you got a connection. Got a psychic bond. He knows about your gay affair. And he thinks you should just call it an affair.
So we can't keep that to ourselves.
So we tell them, and then what? They build an even bigger weapon and try again.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, an even bigger one. And if they can't find Godzilla, maybe then they'll find somebody else to use it on.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, we need to protect ourselves.
And I certainly wasn't supposed to come back empty-handed, so I need something that I can put in front of Puckett so we can get our asses out of the doghouse.
How about some eggs?
I'll try and go sell this to Puckett.
Uh-oh. You've been infiltrated.
Just going over some of your field reports.
What's going on?
In the Navy, we call it a change of command.
In the Navy.
You can take over an operation.
I'll expect a full report and accounting of your little field trip on my desk by end of day. What have you done?
Made the wrong choice, bucko.
Did you find anyone?
No one survived the crash, and we're running out of time.
God, her makeup still looks great.
Yeah, man.
So we chase Godzilla, then what? More people die? We can't stop him.
Jesus, Kate, I'm trying to help him.
Hey.
If you come with me, you'll know everything, I promise you.
No.
Thank God.
The only
No.
place we're going
Oh my
is
God.
after our father.
Kate, just go with him. I want to know what the hell he's been talking about this whole show.
And it'll probably lead to your father anyway.
Civilization is just 10 clicks that way. You go now, you'll be there long before dinner. Allons-y.
Allons-y. Doctor Who fan over here. He's probably seen it through every iteration.
Yeah.
He's old enough.
That's how he's alive. Regeneration.
Maybe it was running from Godzilla or trying to lure him, you know, away from us. We know he made it this far. And so did we. He's alive. So we keep looking.
All right.
No, I can't do this anymore.
Oh my God.
This is my fault.
What do you mean?
Seriously. No, I sold you out.
Did you?
A couple of years ago, I pissed some people off, and so I had to run, and I ran to Japan.
Uh-huh.
Until Monarch figured me out when they picked us up, and they left the deal on the table, and they said that if I told them where we were, I could go home, and I could get my life back, and I could be with my family.
Aw.
The only way out is through.
Oof.
Look, I have money.
I don't want your goddamn money.
Listen, I have a lot of money. I can get us wherever you want to go.
Go to hell.
Well, I don't have that much money.
Kate, I'm sorry.
But the both of you, I don't know, whatever.
Kate, come back.
Come back, Kate. We bonded in Alaska.
Kate, don't walk over there, Kate.
Kate, don't.
Kate, you're walking.
You know.
Don't walk to the third click.
I can see you for miles, Kate.
Jeez. You know what I'll say?
What's that? Say it.
I'll say that with all that money she has, a great way to manage that.
Yeah. Let's hear about it.
Would be with some fuel.
Oh, yeah.
Into your rocket ship.
Oh, take you into the cosmos
John,
of money
please, I'm
management.
transitioning.
Sorry.
Stop talking about gay affairs. Hey, Reject Nation. You know, running Real Rejects is an incredible journey. It's something I am truly grateful for, but I got to be real with you for 1 second here. Managing the business side, especially taxes, to put it lightly, is incredibly overwhelming. It's like navigating a maze without a map. And that's where our sponsor, Rocket Money, comes in. A sponsor, when approached, I was so excited to work with because I kid you not, just last month, I started using Rocket Money because I needed to sort out this financial puzzle. And honestly, it's been quite eye-opening. Not just for taxes, but boy, oh boy, that whole cliche of this app is true. I discovered apps and subscriptions I have been paying for that I had not used in ages. It is like finding out you've been leaving lights on in a room that you never use. So yes, Rocket Money isn't just another app. It's like a freaking financial guardian angel. It finds and cancels those forgotten subscriptions, monitors your spending, and even battles to lower your bills. Thank God. It's as if they're personally invested in saving your hard-earned money. Like I really try to be on top of my expenses. But Rocket Money, they show me blind spots. With a simple tap, I can cancel unnecessary subscriptions. They even handle the hassle of negotiating with customer services. A relief, my goodness. To put it into perspective, Rocket Money has helped over 5 million users save an average of $720 a year. That's more than just numbers. It's a peace of mind. So I invite you, my fellow rejects, in taking control of your finances. So go ahead, visit rocketmoney.com/rejects. Once again, that's rocketmoney.com/rejects. Let's save together. rocketmoney.com/rejects. I really do stand by this app. Thank you for partnering with us. So if many of you guys know, most of my days are a couple of hours of filming, and then most of the time it's dedicated to like editing and a bunch of other computer work, often accumulating to like 10 to 12 hours a day. And on top of that, comfort food is like my life's biggest vice. But as many of you also know, working out and getting healthier has been a massive component for me this year in particular. So in this whirlwind, I have found myself a perfect ally for quick, healthy meals. America's #1 meal kit, a meal kit that I have subscribed to prior to ever agreeing to working with them. So yes, this is a genuine testimony, and that is of course for HelloFresh. And HelloFresh isn't just about ease. It's about bringing health and flavor to your doorstep. And this holiday season, forget about the stress of planning meals for your health-conscious friends. Friends like me, who will breathe down the back of your neck being like, I can't eat that. That's unhealthy. So with HelloFresh, I'm looking forward to hosting holiday dinners that are not only delicious, but also cater to healthy lifestyles. Best part, the variety, it is incredible. I'm pescatarian, so they have these delicious meals just like Dijon onion crunch salmon over lemon broccoli spaghetti. And for my more plant-based days, the vegan maple carrot power bowls. They aren't just meals, they're culinary adventures. I learned the word culinary. During a long day, the last thing I want to do is spend a while cooking. And that's where HelloFresh's 15-minute meals are a lifesaver. They're quick, nutritious, and oh so tasty, perfect for my nonstop lifestyle. So why not join me in making this holiday season both health-conscious and delicious with HelloFresh? With over 45 recipes and seasonal add-ons to choose from every week, there's always something new to try. And here's something to cheer about. Go to HelloFresh.com/rejectsfree and use code REJECTSFREE for free breakfast for life. Is that accurate? That sounds way too good to be true. There's no way that can be true. Go to HelloFresh.com/rejectsfree and use code REJECTSFREE for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box, as long as your subscription is active. Tag your HelloFresh creations with hashtag HelloFreshPicks and at HelloFresh. And let's cook up some fun and healthiness, Reject Nation. Remember, it's America's #1 meal kit. Well, that was possibly the best episode they've done so far, in my personal and objective opinion.
Agree.
John, what did you think?
I got exactly what I was hoping for. I loved it. I loved it so much. No, it was all right. I liked it. It was good. It was the best one so far. It had some things that I tend to not love about the show still in effect. However, had a lot more balance of things that made me enjoy both timelines to varying degrees. So yeah, I would say, while still not like loving it the way I maybe want to be, this was a much more positive and fun experience than some of the previous episodes.
Did Apple just like run out of money with Godzilla?
I'm very fascinated to know if that's the case.
Whenever I thought like, oh shit, looks like we're gonna get like a real Godzilla episode all of a sudden. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, there he goes. We got this one good few shots of a sequence.
He just walked away.
Yeah.
He just like walked.
Pieced out.
He just walked away.
and disappeared. Like, what did you get to?
Couldn't keep up with him.
Did you burrow underneath the mountain already without any seismic activity?
This is the run that we see in Godzilla X Kong. He learned how to do it right there.
He learned how to do the Batman vanish.
Yeah, like, shit, Godzilla.
Wow,
God.
Stealthy guy. That's why he's the king.
Don't worry, we'll find her dad. Oh, he's just gone
He's
too.
just friggin' gone. There's no tire tracks. He can't see a distant van anywhere.
Didn't give a shit that his old friend was back, that his daughter and his son were there. Didn't give a shit about any of that.
Yeah. That felt
And yet-
about in line with how everything in the show goes.
Yet those two are still like, gotta
Just
find him.
Get the hell out of here.
Gotta find her dad.
No, get out of here.
Gotta find her dad.
No, leave.
Find her dad.
Ah, there's a reason I want to be around you guys.
But yeah, no, the 50 storyline is of the origins of Monarch is progressively the one most intriguing element in terms of like an actual story.
Yeah,
to me at least.
Agree.
The other stuff kind of fluctuates between interesting to just give me something to chew on a little bit, please, and to oh my god, I feel like sometimes it just thinks they're telling us new information. Take the Columbo scene. We kind of knew all that.
Sure.
Right?
We're
like
just-
for the most part.
We just need to check in.
It was maybe like one or two sentences we did not know. But for the most part, we knew all that.
Yeah.
But the way they reveal it and spend time there, it kind of makes you think, wow, no, we didn't. We knew all that.
Yeah, because it only brought us as far as our main protagonists get.
Yeah, and then they just show up to get hit by the Godzilla fin.
Yeah, and then they disappear so that Tim can come back next episode with like a horrific scar on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a darker tone
You did this to me.
Yeah, I am Columbo. I'm now RoboCop. Alex Murphy. Okay,
I'm Dr. Tim Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of disappearing.
But the stuff in Monarch and the 50s origin, like that stuff is really tense and taut, and there's even like the rope that is the start. Everything they attempt to do in the present day, and they apply, since it is like a mirror effect and history repeating itself, and then present day resolving things from the past.
Yeah.
Every type of mystery box, intriguing element, character driven narrative that they try to do, which is the reflection in a lot of ways of the past. The past is where it's all actually intriguing, even though I know Kurt Russell's character does not end up with this doctor lady. I'm still like, what happened here? I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
How did Monarch come to be? How did Lee Shaw go from respected, revered, supposed to be the main man in charge of Monarch
to be at the head,
to suddenly getting pushed down the ranks, demoted? What became of them? I am actually, every time we cut back to them, I want to know what happened. Even though we know the outcome does not end in their favor, I really am there going like, God, let me. And I feel like they advance the story. I feel like we actually progress, and the visuals there, I think just because of 50s aesthetic, that when you apply a little bit of a sheen over some familiar settings, it is just automatically more intriguing and more dynamic right away. So I really love everything they do there, and the chemistry between the three, even the romantic, what's it, love triangle, even the love triangle aspects of it, which is such a trope in television. It's still, even here, like, how did Randa just get on board with, like, yeah, I can see that my buddy's kind of in love with her. I'm the third wheel here. And then eventually he's like, I'm going to marry you, or I'm going to impregnate you, or whatever that happens. I forget what their dynamic
I can't tell, if he's just like,
they're together in the first episode when they go to the flashback, right?
Yeah, it sure
they're a
seemed
couple.
like.
They're a couple.
Yeah, and
they have a kid together.
Yeah, and so part of me, I don't know, maybe he is just so much like, I really am just married to my my work here, and I'm really just, this is what enchants my life. So if you guys are interested in love, you should do that. I don't know what to think about that. Maybe he
saying
just
Randa
trusts.
falls in love with her eventually.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. The way
Or
they've
not, maybe, yeah.
The way they've played the character just seems like he is not really that interested. It on one hand feels like he suspects them, but he cares about Lee and it feels like they're friends, and Lee is probably mostly just fixated on
He doesn't
Kay.
suspect them. He flat out says, what's worse than being a third wheel, a fourth wheel? He knows he's third wheeling the situation.
Yeah, I guess so. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe what we saw here in this episode will lead to the rift, or I don't know. Like, it is. I am a little questionable about like the trajectory and bullet points of their dynamic, because at the moment he does just seem like, oh yeah, well, you guys are really hitting it off, so you do your thing because I'm interested in this Gamma dinner bell,
Yeah, and well, it seems like what's her name? Good
Kay?
Japanese woman.
Yes. Yeah, one of the
call
good
her that.
ones. One of the good ones.
One of the good ones, Japanese woman.
Kay.
That's what the show told me to feel about her.
Yes.
And Kay, well, it seems like Kay and Shaw, they couldn't be together. Like,
No, I mean their love seems quite rather doomed.
yeah, but beyond, it's not just like, oh, we didn't get along or some shit. It's because of the positions that they hold and goals and motivations that interfere.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of things that get in the way that would prevent them from being together, to the things that she's bringing up in this episode of this would cause a rift between us, and there's no way we can actually make this work.
Yeah.
So that's to
your
her
position and mine are kind of antithetical.
Yeah, so him showing up is the thing. That's why she's not like happy to see him when he shows up.
Yeah, of course.
Because he should be staying behind and doing his part, and then because he went over there, it led a little bit more to their downfall.
Yeah. The love is kind of directly in obstacular to Monarch forming the right way.
That's what happens with Asian fetishes, man. They get in the way.
That's right.
Just ask my dad.
Oh boy, work out now. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would agree. Even though that stuff is also pretty familiar territory to tread. Yeah, I feel like the
acting's just so much better. And the writing
acting
is so
better.
much better.
The writing is better. The production designs and the production values coalesce much better on that timeline, because when we cut back to the present, especially when we were in the desert throughout a lot of that, I could really feel when we were switching back and forth between, okay, this is on location, but this is on a volume or some kind of green screen, and they're in these pristine, what look like freshly purchased costume clothes that are like, even after like avalanching down a hill, in the desert, are only vaguely kind of dusted up afterwards. And they have these like pristine designer sunglasses, and I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird. It feels like two different sets of writers are writing these different plot lines, I guess, which is like a fun experiment. But also, yeah, you get back to the present. And again, this episode, I was like, no, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. I really liked May's confession scene, for instance. But there is something just kind of frustrating and a little annoying about the way that they're... The character I like the most on the present day timeline is the one they call Mademoiselle or whatever. She comes the Monarch op, who's what's her name from the MCU.
John, no, keep explaining, because I clearly don't know who you're talking about.
She's my favorite on the. She's the most actualized character to me on the current timeline, and maybe it's because she's mysterious and she don't say much, but like, I don't know. She's got a lot of presence, and I believe her in ways where the rest of them feel detached. And even Kurt Russell still, while he had more to do here, I'm like, I still feel like they just kind of plopped you in and we're just like, hey, man, do your thing. You know,
Yeah.
he was a little more intense this time. And in the scene with her, I thought, you know, that exchange with the French and her clearing out the van and him, you know, like kind of sizing up the situation with her, I thought that was good, you know. And then we get,
Dude, it's the three leads that suck. I gotta tell you, man. And
I keep
bad.
trying to like
they
them,
are
and I
not good
I
characters.
don't like
hate
that
to-
plot
I
line.
hate to break it to everyone, but I was
bad for those actors.
I was on board for that first. Kate, I thought was great the first episode, but the more we spend time with these characters, the more I'm just like, God, when you guys speak, I check out. Like,
the dialogue. For
I
you
force
guys,
myself to
the
pay attention.
relationships.
The second you guys start talking, I'm like, oh man, just too much damage has been done.
Yes.
I don't even know if I could warm up to you guys now.
I want them to start slice of lifing them, because I'm just like anything, just like don't
Just give them something different to say.
give them something completely unrelated to talk about for like a hot minute. Like I loved doing the ball thing at the beginning, because we're doing exposition, but we're also like fading in and out of like human moments, which just don't seem to exist at all on the modern timeline.
Looking for my dad. Well, I just think they make them all say the same.
It's just the same line.
It's same lines.
And they just
with
keep
the
hammering the same goal.
kind of delivery every
time.
God, there's
And
no
they're
range.
always so posed, and they're
range.
always so pristine. Like, let them be a little bit like they're actually out roughing it, traversing the world, now in a desert after a bit. Like,
Kataro just seems so like lifeless.
they just all seem like they're along for this.
Kate
for
just
the ride.
whines like they're the same two performances throughout the entire show. And May, other than the one time she's like lamenting her, like the whole thing she did, is just dry. They're the three most boring leads you could put in your show when you're like, we're gonna make our human characters interesting.
And they're always aggravated with each other. That makes
they're
it
so
like
boring.
abrasive to watch.
They're so boring, but everything else is actually intriguing. Other than this episode only made that crystal to me. Was we didn't really give them that much dialogue. We didn't really give them that much time. Everyone else did. And I was like, this is the best episode. What was different other than, focus? We didn't really focus on them.
Yeah, they only kind of harkened back when there was like a mirror in the action to get back to or something.
And when we did focus on them, they had the same shit they say all the time.
And when they were about to run off into the desert at the very ending, and Kate is like brimming, she's like, she has like some spirit about her. She's like almost excited. She's like, no, we're good. Come on. I was like, oh, maybe this will be a splash of color. And then we immediately
that's because the moment was too predictable.
Immediately had to reset
It felt
that.
like such a scene to me. Like such a, okay, play this. Like, it was so obvious that, okay, well, she's doing this now because some information getting dealt her way. Then we're right back to the same tone we're used to with her character.
So aggravating.
And Kataro just being like,
so aggravating.
May, Kate, Godzilla.
And even their dad
Looking
is
for dad.
Dad is even getting on my nerves.
Oh, he's annoying too.
Yeah,
dude. No, they're all very annoying, and I think we spent 5 episodes trying to, as much as we've complained, we've tried to deconstruct. Like, but what are they going for? And
I want to see what.
But I gotta tell you, man, 6 episodes in, they are. Just
I should like something
boring-ass
about any of these
characters.
people.
Yeah.
The best people on the modern timeline remain Tim, Mademoiselle, and the Annie McDowell lady, who are like the least focused on.
Well, they even get the guy, I forget his name, but the doctor character in the past.
Oh, Suzuki.
Great. Great breath of fresh air.
Loved him.
Excellent.
Loved him.
Breath of fresh air. Again, everyone in the past, like the military people feel more evil and menacing than your menacing monarch characters. And like your menacing
like
military
NPCs.
people in the past
Yeah.
feel more menacing than your modern day monarch characters.
And it's so weird because they're not writing extraordinarily more complex stuff for the past characters to deal with. They're just mixing them together in something that feels more like actual life.
And the visuals are solid. I think this is the first time in the Monsterverse, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's correct. Like, we're so used to seeing Godzilla and city landscapes, usually in wet.
Yeah, it's raining.
And that is wet.
Sure.
It's raining.
Water,
in this ocean.
water involved. Droplets, maybe a wave. Who knows?
Yeah, wet, Joe. Yeah,
a lot of water.
Yeah, wet. That's wet. But this is the first time I think we've seen him in like just the driest of landscapes, which I thought was cool to see. Just, oh my God, these characters. I'm sorry. I try to move past it, but I can't. They're just so stupid. Like,
it's so weird.
The only reason they found their dad was following Shaw, was following Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
And then they see Godzilla like right face to face. She has this moment where she's like, he looked at me. And he's like, yeah. Gotta go find my dad. You're not gonna help me find my dad? We're gonna go on our own. Like,
I'm like, guys,
where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
What are you gonna do alone?
What are you doing?
Especially now that she sold you out. I mean, you're like you had to get to that point to find it out, but also they're still heading 10 clicks that way to go back before dinner. So like, what do you expect to? I don't know. Maybe that'll open up a new passage of the show where they can find some new character that'll enchant this timeline. But
Kentaro is definitely the worst of them, though. If I were to rank that, Kentaro is the worst. He's every line they give him is like he says it with the same delivery.
Yes,
every single time.
Yes,
like there's a difference between like subtle and just no effort, like being put in to giving him stuff. I just can't handle his delivery.
He's chilling. They undercut everything Kate does by making her look like a supermodel all the time instead of just like trusting that she's beautiful and letting her be in costume. And then Kiersey Clemons is like in a drama, is trying to be in a drama.
Yeah,
and none of them match what kind of thing they're trying to be in, and it just doesn't feel like the script cares. I don't know. It's so weird. It doesn't feel like the script cares at all to give. In that dance scene, we had that little interlude where they have the sound fades out and we're in an intimate moment and it's just sensory. And I'm like, you could find some weird way of doing that. The closest we've ever gotten on this modern timeline is when they're singing in the rec zone in the last episode, which was like fine, that's nice,
but it also seemed like a stupid moment for them.
I know, shoehorned in there.
It also felt like, what are you doing? You guys know there's a bunch of soldiers out here who are gonna hunt down you guys.
Undercut by like carelessness of writing, or they could have even played. I don't know. They could have played that in a way where it's like he's trying to keep quiet, but he's also trying to break down her defenses and warm her up. And I don't know. It just seems like I don't understand how this happens, because if they do have two teams writing both timelines, it feels like there's no communication between them. And I feel like somebody in assembling these episodes would have to be like, hey, we should probably get on the same page here.
I mean, I still think this was probably their best episode they've done because of all the reasons we said. Because the things we have complained about the most are barely the runtime of the episode.
It has
and
that
all the
fun.
Highlights of the episode are
Fun
the
and
majority
intrigue.
of the runtime.
Yeah.
So I totally even Bill Randa in the past, I think is a very fun, charismatic character.
Yeah.
I think Kay is a really compelling character as well.
Great presence. And good chemistry. They all have chemistry.
like a Asian female scientist at a time where it's like, wow, those are not just Asian,
And from
but
Japan,
Japanese female scientists at a time where like being any of those as a
Tensions
scientist
are
is not
high.
it's like not a popular thing.
Yeah,
I
totally.
think a very intriguing character with a lot of depth to her. And then Kurt Russell's scenes where he's not with the main cast of characters are great. There was like some actual moments of suspense and some cool
monsters.
Both moments of Godzilla, both coming out of the water, and even the debate they have in the past of I think that's such an interesting debate. Like they think they killed Godzilla, they discover he's alive, and
what do we do?
What
now?
do we do? And then
we tell the world.
The frustration of the conversation. Like I love that little transaction of dialogue between for like maybe just a page's worth of dialogue.
Yeah.
Of we used America's most deadly weapon against it, and we couldn't do it. And then what are they going to do then? Shaw, they're going to build an even greater weapon, and if that doesn't work, they'll build a greater one. If it's not working on them, they're going to test it on. I was like, damn, that's That's a really great point. Like, what do you do? That is so much more intriguing than more like anything else. Yeah.
Well, and on top of that,
and then it leads into like a detriment for them right away. You know.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely, and that plays into the greater stakes that he talks about with Puckett about like it's about the choice that you make, and if you make the right choice, you can run the organization the way that you see fit, and. Then he goes out for love, but then they find this discovery. This is a big deal. Like it all mashes together in a way that actually feels alive and compelling.
Absolutely. Yeah. So,
and now the bad guys are taking over, and we're gonna see the soul. Yeah, I like also the portrayal, the fight for the soul of Monarch, and personifying that in these characters.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So there's a lot of really good stuff in here.
Yeah.
That you just can't help but get frustrated when you're like, okay, so it is the problem is the fucking 3 leads they got that they're just not written. They're just not written. They're not written well, and I'm like I can't even tell you if the actors are good or not.
I know
because I'm like, is it the actors? I don't think so because the freaking writing of them is the same dialogue.
Yeah, and it doesn't, I don't know, it's the one part of the show where when I'm watching it, the movie magic comes apart, and I don't feel like anyone's being directed by anybody. Like the 3 leads and Kurt Russell, when he's with the leads, don't feel like anyone's directing them. It feels like it's just kind of up to them to make a scene happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm getting that impression, but yeah, and then, I'm starting to notice like, oh, here are the effects, and there are the wardrobes, and yeah, these are just all the wrong problems to have.
But... hey, that's where we're at, people.
Yeah.
What did you think about this episode? Leave your thoughts down below. You only got a couple more left. How many?
We got this is 6.
4?
We got 4 left.
Jeez.
Hey, these leads could still improve. They could still give us a compelling emotional thread.
There's still time to rewrite the show.
There's still time. Hey, you can always
kill them off.
They have she might have a psychic link with Godzilla. That could be cool, or I'm afraid Godzilla's gonna be like, nah, I should have crushed you. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't waste these bonds on just anybody.
30 seconds later, she moves on.
It's just like, we gotta get out of here.
Like, oh my God, what a great moment you have with this character. Like, her trauma is so rooted in like, she's got a lot of trauma, but man, she had the devastation of everything that happened to her. She was there on the grounds for G-Day. She was there, and she comes face to face with the monster. And 30 seconds later, it's just like, I'm going to go find my dad.
Well, and we don't even in that sequence.
So bad.
As cool as that sequence is, it's the time where you would absolutely want to throw in some of those PTSD flourishes. And really.
Exactly. Oh, man.
It's the time to
Jesus,
do
they botched it. Like, oh,
and it
God.
just plays like a regular action scene, and then she gallivants off 10 clicks that way.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Oh, my God.
And it just feels like then the PTSD is just a device so that in the Godzilla-less episodes, they can be like, well, here's a justification for why we can show Godzilla.
Fuck. God, they really let me down.
It's great. I love the show. It's great. I still look forward to watching.
Still the best episode. Still the best episode. I still liked it.
A lot of pros.
I still like this one over like definitely like a landslide over to the like side.
Yes.
Man, the parts that don't work, you're like, oh boy, did they cast a shadow?
Hey, we got 2 episodes 100% in the present. Last couple, then hopefully next 2 will be 100% in the past.
Man,
we can do that for a while and then tie it all around at the end.
All right, guys. Well, leave your thoughts down below. Pick a name, John. A name.
Guito Galindo.
John went with the first person, the one we don't know. Guito Galindo.
Yeah.
Guito Galindo, you are the first patron of the day shout out that we are doing.
Dude.
You know what Santa's giving you this year for Christmas? The first shout out at the Real Rejects of December 2023.
Good golly, and it's a Greg shout out.
Why?
Because you kicked it off. I mean, I'm here too, but your name begins with G. Guito's names begin with G. There's so many G's.
We're doing a classic here.
Go to chat G.
Oh, no, whoa,
PT?
no. What? John,
go to Google.
We can use our own brains.
Okay. My brain's been corrupted by this process. I can't think for myself any longer. I need you and
G stands for good boy.
U stands for under my sheets with me.
I stands for I like to kick men in the balls and it turns me on.
T stands for turned on by you, Gito.
O stands for oh, that hurts when you kick me in the balls.
Ooh. Are we going full name? Or just
sure,
first name?
why not? It's Christmas. Let's see how this goes.
Stands for Gah, stop kicking me in the balls.
A stands for try the ass now.
Oh, L stands for lickin', which is what you're giving me.
I stands for I like to eat pickles.
N stands for nachos, because everyone loves nachos.
D stands for dang dog diggity with the diddles.
O stands for what you give each and every one of us when we think of you.
Guito, thank you so much for being part of our Patreon page. You super sexy reject, you.
We love you.